It's simple. If you want to build muscle, you need to eat more calories, eat in a calorie surplus, and then you'll build more muscle. If you want to lose body fat and get lean, you have to eat in a calorie deficit to lose that body fat. I'm not going to debate whether it's possible to build muscle in a calorie deficit or not. In this video, I don't want to go in depth on that, but the bottom line is, yes, it's possible to build muscle, because I know a lot of people make the argument in a calorie deficit, but it's not optimal. It's not the optimal way to train, because to build the most muscle, you have to eat in a calorie surplus. Yes, if you want to eat in a calorie deficit, you can gain a very, very small amount of muscle, but I'm talking about the best case scenario, which is to eat in a calorie surplus. If you want to stay until the end of the video, right at the end, I'm going to tell you how to calculate your calories for bulking and cutting if you're not sure how to do that. I want to start out by talking about what most people do, and then why that's wrong, and then I'll give you the solution after that and the best way to bulk up and to cut. So what most people do is their goal is to bulk up. They've got down to as lean as they want to be, and it's their time to bulk up. So they obviously start eating more calories to gain that weight, and that's the correct thing to do. But where they go wrong is they extend that bulk for too long. So instead of bulking for a shorter period of time, they might bulk for 6 to 9 months. The problem with that is when you are bulking, you will gain muscle, but you will also gain body fat. If you bulk for 6 to 9 months, you're going to probably gain 20 or 30 pounds of body fat. That's 20 or 30 pounds of body fat you have to lose. And it's my belief that we should try to be in shape all year round. And that is defined by your personal goals, not what I say or somebody else says. But you want to be in shape all year round. What's the point in bulking up for 6 to 9 months to have extra body fat all year round and then spend the next 3 months cutting down just so you can be in the best shape for a month of the year? There's not much point in doing that. I want to be in shape all year round. That approach is such an old school way of doing things, because bodybuilders, true bodybuilders who have to compete in competitions, do have to bulk for 6 to 9 months, and then they'll cut down because they have to look good for one day. You don't want to be out of shape all year round because you're not in a competition. This is where I start to take issue, because a lot of fitness influencers, people on YouTube, are teaching this way. That is the main thing that they do, is bulk, 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 and then we'll just do a small cut at the end of the year. And everybody, of course, has their own personal choice, but in my opinion, the reason most of these guys are doing that is because they're lazy. And I'm not insulting anybody, but I really believe that they're just lazy people, and that is because it's difficult to stay in shape all year round. It's not easy to maintain abs all year round. But if you just say, well, I'm bulking, that means you can eat loads of junk food, loads of crap food, and bulk throughout the year, work out with weights, and film videos, and it's not that difficult. You don't have to be in shape all year round. What I don't want for you is for you to plan your whole training philosophy off somebody else's laziness. Here's what I recommend that you do, and I've been doing this for around 3 to 4 years. I've been doing it quite a long time, and it's a concept of mini bulking and mini cutting. Now, I was first put onto this from the only coach I will personally admit is a better coach than me, and that's from a guy named Sal. He runs a YouTube channel called Mind Pump TV. Really good guys, really knowledgeable. I believe that he's actually a better coach than I am. The only thing that I've modified from the way that he does it is he'll actually cut and bulk for 2 weeks. So he'll bulk for 2 weeks, cut for 2 weeks, and alternate back and forth. I feel like you need a little bit longer to bulk, and I think this protocol is actually better than what he teaches. So what I'll do is I'll always aim to gain around 0.5 pounds per week on the scale. That's 2 pounds per month. You're not going to gain more than 2 pounds of muscle in a month, so anything above that is just irrelevant. You're just gaining more body fat. So what I do is bulk from 6 to 12 weeks, anywhere in that range. I usually go closer to the 6-week mark, but you can up that to 8 or even all the way up to 12 if you wish. And that means you're going to gain anywhere between 3 and 6 pounds in that time. After that period of 6 to 12 weeks, you then spend 2 to 4 weeks cutting back down. So if you've gained 3 pounds, you might need 2 weeks of cutting to get rid of that 3 pounds. If you've gained 6 pounds, you might want 3 to 4 weeks to lose that weight. And then you just alternate back and forth. In my opinion, this is the absolute best way to bulk and cut. I don't think there's a better way. And there's not many people I know that personally use this method. It's sort of one of those things that People would prefer to go with the lazy route and just eat as much as they can and bulk all year round, but this is the best strategy if you want to stay in shape all year round. As I promised at the start of the video, the calories for bulking and cutting will be different for everybody, but here's a rough calculation. So for bulking, if you take your body weight in pounds, multiply that by 16 and eat that many calories per day, every day for a week. At the end of the week, weigh yourself. Remember, the goal is to gain 0.5 pounds per week. If it's above that 0.5, let's say you gained 1 pound, then you just lower those calories a little bit. And obviously if it's not quite enough, then you need to up those calories. Multiplying your body weight by 16 just gives you a rough guide, and you can adjust it a few hundred calories either side, because of course everybody's body is different, everybody has different activity levels, everybody has different jobs. Things are going to be different for each person. Age is obviously a factor as well. So when it comes to cutting, what I recommend doing is taking your body weight in pounds multiplied by 10 to 12. Anywhere in that range. I recommend starting at around 11. I would like to lose around 2 pounds per week. That's going to be at the higher end. And if I'm not losing 2 pounds per week, I'm going to subtract maybe another 100 calories from that. If I'm gaining more than 2 pounds, I'll usually add a little bit of calories, because you don't want to be losing too much too quickly.